Okay, I wanted to, I'm moving to New York. I am kind of embarking on this like crazy, like, I don't know, it feels like a journey. I'm gonna be embarking on a journey, and I'm already on a journey, and like, I feel like sharing that with people is really important, and like just like having, especially if you're on a journey, you know, like having someone else who is also on a journey and like discovering themselves, like I think that's important to see that you're not alone when you're doing that. When I originally started this channel, I think I was just gonna like be doing hormone updates. You know, I think I originally was just planning on like having like a vlog for myself in the future, just to watch when you know, when I finish transitioning. But I think now I'm seeing that you guys people have come to watch the videos, and I want to share kind of what my life is like, and share the adventure, you know, share the adventure, share the discovery, and like, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm moving to New York. Or I don't know what's going to happen. I keep saying I'm moving to New York. I might just be there for summer, but like, it feels bigger than just like, I'm going to be there for the summer. The reason I'm able to do this in the first place is because like my family has an apartment there that my sister and my cousin like lived in while they went to school in New York, and it's empty right now. And I was like, I don't know how exactly my parents understand this, or like how any of my family understands this, but I'm like, to me at least, I'm like, okay, I'm transitioning, and I just kind of want to be alone a little bit. And this seems like the place, even though it's like in the middle of the city, it's like I will be more alone than in anywhere else. And so I don't know, that's some like motivation behind moving to New York. And I live in you know, San Francisco is like a very trans-friendly city, and so it's not as much that I need to leave in order to like find people who aren't transphobic, or like get away from like transphobic family members. My family is supportive of me, and like I really appreciate their support, and like all the shit they like do for me, honestly, like help me get into this apartment, you know what I mean? And I know it'd be a lot harder if I was going to New York and like needed to pay my own rent, you know, and I think a lot of people do that. I'm so lucky that this is something that I can do. But it's also so unlucky that I feel like I need to do this, and that I didn't, like, I'm not ready to reintroduce myself to the people around me quite yet. Although I do feel like I feel a lot more comfortable than I did before. I feel so much more comfortable and so much more like happy with myself, and like, but I don't know exactly if I'm like settled quite yet on like being me. So, and especially if I'm like physically transitioning, you know, I know I'll have to reintroduce myself to people and like all that. And I'm not like set on who that person I'm reintroducing is, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I want to be able to be set, and I just like know a lot of people here, and I'm just not ready to like be back in a setting where that I have to do that a bunch. especially if I'm not sure, you know what I mean? I mean, the other part is I think I've started realizing this pretty recently, but it's just like, I have been in school my whole life, and like, I never once considered leaving school, and like, I honestly felt like I had this path, which is like, you know, obviously very privileged, and like, but I have this path that my parents have set for me, and like an idea of who I was supposed to be, and that idea of the person I was supposed to be turned out to be false. And so I've really like reconsidered like what I even want to be doing with my life, because if what I'm doing doesn't make me happy, like, and I don't think it's going to make me happy in the future, like, what am I doing? And so part of going to New York is like being able to see what's going on, maybe start up something new for myself, see what the rest of the world looks like. I've been in school for like, oh my God, 14 years, something crazy. And I just like never considered that it was just like a system, you know, that it was just another construct. I don't want to be doing something conditionally. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in school because it was chosen for me. I want to be able to choose it. I want to be able to choose the things that I'm doing in my life, and choose who I am, and choose how I interact with the world, and relate to the world, and relate to myself, and especially myself, and choose happiness. You know, I think if that is an option for me, I would like to choose it. And so, I don't know, there's all these feelings that are like embedded in moving to New York, I think, of like choosing who I am. Obviously, I don't know if New York is going to work out. I never know. You know, I think that's definitely something I've learned from, you know, transitioning. Although what I'm doing is, like, transitioning just feels like, in many ways, just exploring and like seeing what I like and seeing what I don't like. But like, you know, that's part of the exploration of myself, is like exploring the rest of the world, and like exploring how I relate to it, and just trying stuff out. And like, if it doesn't work, it's fine, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay if I don't like. I remember I bought a bunch of, like, pretty early into my like self-discovery process, like I bought a bunch of clothes that I was like very feminine, and like I didn't like wearing, and didn't feel comfortable in. But that was like, okay, I don't have to wear them. You know what I mean? Like, no one's forcing me to do this. I don't have to look in a specific way, you know, to like be received in a specific way. And so I want to be in New York and just try it out. And like, if it doesn't work, I can go here. Obviously, like, I'm very lucky to have that as an option, but I'm like, oh, well, that's the option. Like, I have to go take the opportunity. Another part is like, I know I'm trans. I know I'm non-binary, and like, I know these things internally, and like, I've also, like, I feel like I've discovered myself through the internet in many ways. Like, I've watched a lot of videos, and like, I've seen everyone talk about being trans and like being non-binary or being all these things, and I'm like, oh, I can like relate to these experiences, etc. But I don't interact with trans people in my life really, and like, and of course there are trans people here in the city, but like, I'm not ready to like put myself out there as also another trans person with a bunch of people that I knew, because then I'd have to reintroduce myself. And so I'm hoping in New York I can kind of try out like a new identity and like meet other trans people in real life. Because it is, I mean, these internet videos and like all these things are really helpful, but like, that isn't the same thing. You know, every time I've interacted with another non-binary person or another trans person, it's like we've had these like incredible conversations and like just like, you know, connecting on such like a deeper level in person and like not on the internet. And so I'm hoping that I can kind of meet other trans people in New York. And you know, it's very strange to be like changing your body in a specific way and like knowing that I'm changing my body in a specific way and like literally knowing like no one around me looks like that. You know what I mean? No one looks trans around me. I am the trans looking person. I'm the queer person in like whatever social setting I'm in. And so it's like just meeting other people who look like me and meeting other people who like, so like I can, I don't know, like maybe I can like get a feel for like what a trans body is before I have one. That would be nice. You know what I mean? Although it'll probably just be a totally different experience than, you know, talking to someone who has chest surgery versus like watching a video about chest surgery. Those are like my kind of feelings about it. And I hope it's okay if I take you on this like weird adventure I'm on. It's kind of lonely. It's kind of like isolating, but also like beautiful because it's isolating. I don't know. But yeah, it is kind of like this weird, lonely process that is also beautiful because it is weird and lonely. And it is like so self-centered that it is like becomes about me, which is who I hope to get to know. Okay, I'm gonna end this video. I don't really know what's going on, but yeah. I just got into the apartment. I am disgusting. I'm disgusting and sweaty. And it's fucking 2 a.m. I've been traveling all day. But I made it. Yay. I'm too tired to think about this right now. No.